3 families, 214 days in the same kennel, back to the door. One word on every single evaluation: dangerous. Then a woman who hadn't slept through the night in 2 years sat down on a shelter floor and didn't say a word. What happened next? No one predicted. A 95-pound German Shepherd sat in the same kennel for 214 days. He was returned 3 times. Every trainer who evaluated him used the same word: dangerous. Then a woman who hadn't slept through the night in 2 years signed the papers. And what the camera captured inside her house at 3:22 a.m. 4 months later proved every single one of them wrong. Megan Calloway was 31 years old, a pediatric physical therapist working double shifts at a rehabilitation clinic in Raleigh, North Carolina. She lived alone in a 3-bedroom house she and her ex-husband had chosen together. He took the furniture, she took the silence. Every evening she came home to the same routine: lights off, dinner for one, a television she left running just to fill the rooms with voices that weren't her own. She told herself she was fine every morning, standing at the kitchen counter drinking coffee, because sitting at the table alone felt worse somehow. It was a Saturday in September when Megan stopped by Haverfield Animal Rescue on her way home from a run. She wasn't planning to adopt. She was dropping off supplies her clinic had collected. But the moment she walked past Kennel 7, she stopped. He was enormous, a long-haired German Shepherd with a coat the color of black smoke and autumn leaves, sitting completely still in the far corner with his back to the door, not sleeping, not pacing, just sitting there, like a dog who had made peace with the idea that no one was coming. The intake card on his kennel read, Rex, 95 pounds, 4 years old, returned 3 times. The first family said he was too intense, the second said he growled at strangers, the third lasted 8 days before calling the shelter at 7 p.m. on a Tuesday and saying simply, he scares us. The shelter director, a woman named Carol, told Megan the truth. He has separation anxiety and reactive behavior around strangers. He needs someone patient, experienced, and fully committed. We've had him 214 days and tried everything. Megan stood at the kennel for 3 minutes. Then she sat down on the floor of the hallway, cross-legged, directly in front of his door. No reaching in, no talking, just sitting. Rex turned his head, slowly, like a decision being made. He stood up, crossed the kennel, and pressed his enormous nose against the metal bars. He didn't bark, he didn't growl, he just breathed. Long, slow breaths, warm against cold steel. Megan signed the papers 26 minutes later. The first week was exactly as advertised. Rex knocked over Megan's standing lamp within the first hour of being home, watched it fall without flinching, then lay down directly on top of the cord. He refused to eat unless Megan sat on the kitchen floor beside his bowl, not near it, on the floor, next to him, every meal. Megan ate her own dinner sitting on hardwood 3 nights in a row because leaving the room meant Rex left his food untouched and stared at the wall. He claimed the couch by day 2, not gradually, completely, all 95 pounds spread across the full length of it, head hanging off one armrest, tail draped over the other, snoring with the low consistency of a diesel engine idling at midnight. When Megan tried to reclaim one cushion, Rex opened a single eye, exhaled at a volume that was clearly a personal grievance, and shifted exactly 1 inch to the left. Conversation over. But something else was happening that week, something no one had warned her about. Megan had not slept more than 5 hours straight in 2 years, not since the divorce. Racing thoughts at 2 a.m., ceilings she had memorized in complete detail, a brain that refused to stop running the numbers on everything that had gone wrong. She'd tried melatonin, white noise, medication she never liked taking. Nothing held. On the 4th night, she heard Rex move off the couch sometime after midnight. She heard his paws cross the hallway floor. She felt this slight vibration as 95 pounds settled down onto the floor beside her bed. Then she heard it. Deep, steady, unhurried breathing. Not anxious, not alert, just present. She was asleep in 11 minutes. I can see you're still here but haven't subscribed yet. That honestly stings a little. Hit subscribe. You're gonna want to see what happens next. By week 3, a routine had taken shape. Every morning at exactly 6:08, Rex walked to the side of Megan's bed and sneezed. One single theatrical sneeze that sent his ears backward and shook his whole body. It was not subtle. It was not an accident. It was a 95-pound alarm clock with very strong opinions about sleeping past dawn. He had a policy regarding footwear, specifically Megan's right shoe, not the left, not both, just the right one. Every morning, he carried it from the front door to the kitchen and placed it next to his water bowl. The message required no translation. Shoe stays here until breakfast is served. Megan started leaving it out the night before. The adoption paperwork had one more detail. Rex had mild hip dysplasia. Megan's clinic ran aquatic rehabilitation twice weekly, and she started bringing him in. The first time Rex entered the therapy pool, he looked at her with pure professional betrayal. He paddled the required distance, climbed out, and shook his entire coat in Megan's direction with deliberate precision. 2 colleagues had to change their scrubs. 6 weeks in, the neighborhood had changed. The woman on the corner who once crossed the street now asked Rex's name every Tuesday. The retired teacher 2 doors down, once nervous around large dogs, now kept a biscuit in her coat pocket for Rex. Rex never barked at any of them, never pulled the leash. He walked beside Megan with the calm of a dog who had finally decided he was home. Then came the night that changed everything. It was a Wednesday in January. Megan had worked 11 hours. A 4-year-old patient she had been treating for months had taken a hard turn, and she came home carrying the weight that pediatric workers carry in silence because there's nowhere else to put it. She dropped her bag at the door, sat down on the kitchen floor, and cried, not quietly. Rex came in without being called. He lowered himself beside her, turned his great head, and rested it in her lap, his weight against her legs, breathing slow and steady. He stayed for 43 minutes without moving. Megan said later it was the first time she hadn't felt truly alone in that house since the day it became just hers. At 3:22 a.m. on a Friday in February, Megan woke up to Rex barking from the hallway. Not his rare low alert sound, this was sharp, urgent, and relentless. She ran downstairs and found him locked on the back door, every muscle forward. She turned on the porch light. A man was at her side gate. He froze when the floodlight hit him. Then he saw Rex through the glass, 95 pounds, completely still, not making a sound, eyes locked directly on him. The man turned and ran. The police arrived 22 minutes later. 2 houses on Megan's street had been broken into that same night. Megan's had not been touched. This same dog that 3 families called dangerous, the same dog that spent 214 days sitting with his back to the kennel door, he was the reason Megan slept safely that night and every night after. Rex is 5 now. He still owns the couch. He still sneezes at 6:08 every morning. He still holds the right shoe hostage until breakfast is served. Megan doesn't come home to silence anymore. She comes home to 95 pounds of loyalty, stolen footwear, and a snore that could rattle the windows. She still falls asleep to him breathing beside her bed, faster than anything a doctor ever prescribed. Not every warning is true. Not every growl means danger. Sometimes the dog the world gives up on is exactly the one waiting for you all along. Because Megan didn't rescue Rex. She just sat down on a shelter floor and stayed long enough for him to turn around. Have you ever adopted a dog that everyone warned you about? Tell me what happened in the comments.